Okay, what the hell is going on between Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna? I can't even keep up with it. I can keep up with the Kardashians, but I can't keep up with this. Now, it's sad because there's a child involved, but to say that they have aired their dirty laundry is, I mean, they've really aired their dirty laundry. So let's begin. So it all started when the following note was uploaded to Blac Chyna's Instagram account. Now, this was allegedly all hacked. It says here, I'm about to post all of my direct messages on IG with all the guys I was talking to. I no longer am with Rob. I left him and took the baby and did not even let him know. Stay tuned for screenshots and messages. I am sorry, Rob. And then when people were starting to say that her account was hacked, the same person wrote, she may be hacked, but you will all have receipts and messages of all the guys Chyna was DMing and trying to get some money from to pay that rent. Stay tuned. And I have all the messages with Chyna and her lawyer on how her plan was to marry Rob just to trademark the name Kardashian, and text saying that that was the only way to do it and that she's going to win. There's so much on here I'm only going to highlight. Okay, so then after those purported messages, she showed actual messages between people, okay, of her and her friends. Again, this is all alleged. I guess somebody could make this up. But then showing that she actually did try to have the Kardashian name and not tell Kris and marry Rob. Those screenshots showed that she was talking bad about Rob Kardashian, saying really mean things about him being fat and lazy. Again, we can't confirm if those are accurate. But then after all of this, Blac Chyna, she took to her Instagram and she said, hey, you guys, so my page was hacked and I'm going to list my new IG page below, so make sure you guys follow me back. So just to let you all know, that's not me on my IG page. That's somebody that hacked me and somebody's really mad. Then people started flooding her Instagram account with snake emojis. Still to this day, you see tons of snake emojis.
It's the worst emoji you can flood it with.
Yeah, really bad. Then Rob Kardashian gets involved. And so he takes to a Snapchat. This is on Saturday night. He toured his empty home on the Snapchat saying, got the Christmas tree all set up for Chyna and the baby, but they left me. So that kind of corroborates the story that in that one hacked post that she left him without telling him. And then he also uploaded more snaps to his Instagram showing that they took the whole nursery that they built. She also took the baby and that also emptied out his fridge. He says here on his the video's caption read, it says, she knows how to hurt me and I loved her so hard like I'm supposed to, like any man is supposed to love their wife. Chyna knew exactly what she was doing to get me. I can't believe she did this to me. And this isn't for some ratings, this is my real life. So please understand I am just being open right now. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, your special's about to debut, this is all for ratings. He claims that that's not the case. He says, because if it was for ratings, I wouldn't explain all this here. And with Chyna's messages and her leaving with everything in the baby, I am broken. Then he goes on to post this caption, and then he ends up deleting a lot of this. So did Chyna. So then he says, didn't know I was just part of her plan with her. I'm so hurt, never felt this way before. After reading Chyna's messages to her best friend, she was going to drop me after a year. She didn't even make it to that. I'm so broken. This is a woman I fought my entire family for, because you know that there's been beef between him and the family. Now were also a ton of memes that people were sending him, but he decided to repost. Will you read the memes, Brett?
The top 3 memes Rob Kardashian liked, making fun of how sad Rob Kardashian must have been, are number 3.
He posted this, yeah.
He posted, Rob Kardashian currently at his house while Blac Chyna is gone. I think this is a photo of the last episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as the Banks house is empty, and he puts the caption, but she took the baby also, and she took my Eggos and my chips and my Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. The other one was a Home Alone poster, and the other one was how the Chyna stole Christmas.
Yeah.
Not the Grinch.
And then people were saying, well, this doesn't feel serious because now you're posting these memes. So then he said, people are tagging me in these memes, and just because I'm posting them doesn't mean that this isn't serious. Then finally, and this is almost it, and then we can converse. So then she posts this really lengthy post. I'm going to read some of it and then deletes it. But of course, people are going to still screenshot it and then repost it. So she posts, I'm done. This entire year, I've done nothing but help Rob. It's so sad and pathetic how low he'd stoop to cover up his personal issues. Rob is mentally ill and refuses to seek help. He self-medicates. I've done nothing but help and loved him from the beginning. He stressed me out my entire pregnancy, accusing me of cheating, going crazy on me with massive text blasts daily, being an absolute lunatic, and then covered up with gifts. I was verbally abused every other day. I was still there with nothing but high hopes for us. I begged him to cut his hair, to take his braces off, to get more into his businesses. I shouldn't have to tell grown-ass man shit. He refuses to do anything, eat healthy, work out, work, anything positive. He does nothing. I'm done with the situation until he gets help. I hope he gets the medical help he needs. If you have ever dealt with a bipolar depressed person, you understand. Whoa. I was going to say thoughts 5 words or less. I don't know how to. I don't even know how we show it.
I got one.
Really?
I got
okay.
one.
Thoughts 5 words or less. It's just sad. There's a kid involved.
Sad, but very convenient timing.
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Russia hacked China too.
Stop airing dirty laundry. This is beyond. Now that you have a child, no, honestly, now that you have a child, this child will be able to, first of all, someone in a relationship as a significant other, you want to protect that person, not shame them publicly. Even if you're at your wit's end, you want to protect the sanctity of that relationship. Now, if you have a child involved, your kid one day is going to grow up to see you shaming your mom shaming your dad. That's so selfish to me. That's what really fucking pisses me off.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does.
You're upset.
Because they're being selfish. They're not thinking about Dream, their new baby. They're thinking about themselves. That's the baby's name.
Is Dream.
That's the baby's name. But get over yourselves. Get over yourselves.
Response.
It's like, was this kid gonna have a real life? Dream on.
Yeah.
Like, was he gonna have a normal life? Nope.
No, and also, that is the family's business. Like, the kid is born into that family's business, and its business is stuff like this.
So you think though this is publicity? I don't.
Come on, it is really convenient timing for all this to be, they knew that if they did enough, they had to do enough for it to become trending. Now, do I think that they were probably on the rocks and that this might have happened anyway? Yeah. Do I think that they sort of exacerbated it for the sake of ratings for their baby special, which is airing tonight, and now everyone fucking knows that it's airing tonight? I didn't even know their show was still on the air until this stuff started happening. So I think that, I think the breakup is probably real, but I think that this is also sort of a dig for ratings and publicity. It's just who deals with family issues this way? I don't even think that the
family
Kardashians...
whose business is based on
But
that.
I don't even think that, like, in the past we've seen Kim Kardashian and Kanye West deal with their, personal family issues in a way that I would liken to what we're seeing, this sort of dirty laundry.
This is way worse.
This is
true.
way
You
worse.
can't even
This is
compare.
so
The Lamar
over the
thing, it
top.
felt like it was like, all right, everyone get away, we're gonna deal with that.
And it was respectful. I honestly
remember.
thought that it was respectful, not this. This is different.
I want to hear from Kenny.
I don't equate this situation with the rest of the Kardashians.
I don't either.
Yeah.
This is something that's totally different. This is somebody who was a stripper, who was an opportunist, who has always been an opportunist, in my opinion. Like, and I thought about it yesterday because when Zsa Zsa Gabor, they announced that she died, she was kind of like the first socialite, the first person that people were like, how is she famous? She was famous for being famous, and she started this whole kind of trend of other people, but regardless of what anyone says, like Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, like they've turned what they've had into a legitimate business.
Yeah.
Kris is a legitimate businesswoman. She's turned everything into that. Blac Chyna, I'll give it this. Even Amber Rose, who's Blac Chyna's best friend. Amber is a talent. Amber has taken what she had because she was stripping too.
Yeah, so you can't group all strippers then because there's plenty of strippers out there that have good character. But Blac Chyna's character, based on her history, from what I've heard, clearly seems like that she's an opportunist, but not because she's a stripper.
Exactly, not because she's a stripper. And trust me, I know a lot of strippers. I'm from Atlanta. We home of the strip clubs, and I have nothing wrong with strippers.
Yeah.
You do what you do.
But you're right, she's an opportunist. You're right.
Exactly, and that's the sad part about it. And then it's the whole family. Like, I was traveling, so I was trying to catch up and see what was going on, and then I just hit a friend of mine and started finding out. So some of the text messages she was texting Young Thug or hitting through Instagram DM, because if you post Instagram videos, when you comment, it goes straight to your DMs.
Yes.
So a lot of conversations are always had through DMs on Instagram now, and people don't know about it. But Young Thug was one that she was going back and forth with. So it's like, for me, and just I'm looking at the language. Like, I know a lot of this stuff can be fabricated, but I'm looking at the language, and I know where Thug's from, and I know certain slang words and ways that they talk about it. So for me, I thought it was real, and it didn't surprise me. Like, when I read that stuff, I wasn't surprised at all.
Wow.
I just think she's an opportunist, and when you see the text messages about her getting this Kardashian name, she's wants to change it to Chyna Kardashian. I hate calling her Blac Chyna, whatever. I forget whatever her government name is, but
Angela?
Angela.
it's Angela.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, you know, she
But yeah,
wants
that's
to.
legit though, because she came out and talked about that. So that is legit. That we can actually say. She really has gone after making sure that once she's married, because I don't think they're married yet.
No, they're
but
not.
she's
They're just
really
married.
wanted to make sure that she could have that name. And then Kim and everyone has actually, with Chris, have already filed paperwork saying this is
Yeah.
our trademark. You can have the married name, but you can't use it in your branding.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris is one of the smartest people that you'll ever come across.
I believe
she
it.
knows exactly what the hell is going on. And I honestly, truly believe, and I can't say I know this for sure, but I really believe that they wanted to give Blac Chyna a chance because of Rob.
Of course.
Because Rob has had so many, you know, his different problems and what's happened with him in the past. They're like, okay, if this is going to make him happy, let's get on board with him and make this happen. And I think the reason why you haven't heard anything is because, one, I know Chloe would be the first one to pop off. And then everybody else is going to start. You know, then everybody else is going to start. And I really think that
true.
now it's like, okay, she wants to play this game. They just messed with our blood. Now let's sit back, plan this out, and probably wait till after the holidays, if not
This is
before,
low.
to
It's
go.
so low too to just take a baby away from a dad.
Yeah, you don't
it's
do that.
so low.
Right. The
use a
optimistic part
child.
of me is like, this is a publicity stunt. Like, you have to be an optimist to believe that.
Right, but then
because the pessimist is like, oh my, like, this is bad. Like, Rob having been through all this stuff, having had, you know, it hasn't been easy for Rob. And then for, you know, this to go on, losing his child in the dead of night, taking his Eggo waffles, which is even worse, and disappearing. I think that's sad. And then you have to also believe that Blac Chyna has been like pushed to the breaking point, even giving her the benefit of the doubt, pushed to the breaking point where she like backs off and is like, oh, you know, it's been this hard for me, and in anger writes this screed and just
But I
sends
don't
it
do
off.
it to the public.
I'd rather believe it
Yeah.
was like Eggo waffles and Sweet Baby Ray's marketing budget has paid for this
I think it's
advertisement.
so sad, low, and pathetic if they've gone to this extent to get ratings for their special tonight.
Whatever the case, I think we can agree that neither
Final
Blac
thought.
Chyna nor Rob handled this situation in an adult or mature way. Because I know we were talking a lot in this discussion about what, you know, Blac Chyna and, you know, her being opportunistic, but I think also Rob didn't exactly display a great deal of maturity in dealing with this situation via Snapchat and throwing it into the public discourse.
Although she started it in the public discourse, I would imagine I would feel trapped and I would want to get my say out.
Right.
Not to say that that's right, but
not.
I understand that you would want to at least have a say somewhere. But he didn't do it right either. He didn't handle it either.
And I'm going to say, too, because this isn't the first time I've heard this, there are men and women, when that one text where she said, you know, when she was talking to her best friend, she said, I'm going to give him a year to get his shit together. You know, he's sitting around being lazy and this and that. That's like every relationship. I feel like that part, I was like, I felt like it was real because I feel like we've all been in a situation with an ex or somebody else where it's like, look, if shit doesn't get better, you know, I'm gonna try to hold out, but if this doesn't change or this doesn't change, I'm gonna walk away.
Right.
So that part, then I was like, you know, I really believe that a lot of this stuff was true. And I've had my iCloud hacked before. I didn't have nothing like crazy come out, but like I can understand because it's so easy to hack into, you know, iPhones.
Well, your
Like, could you
password's
imagine-
super obvious.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like when Brett's stuff gets leaked? Oh my God.
It's bad.
Brett.
It's real
But yeah,
bad.
it's at the end of the day, it's just there's no trust in this relationship. This relationship just big red flag. I actually don't think they should belong
And I
together.
can't believe it, because when I heard it was Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna together, I thought that makes sense. They're going to be happy together forever.
Hey, you can only hope.
When a woman's
Brett.
fed
All right,
up.
please share your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time on Pop Sugar.